Hello everybody. Well, thanks for joining me again. Wasn't going to film anything today. We're still in Abisko. Come for a walk down by the lake's edge. And we're down on this open beach area which is closed in the summer for nesting birds. But even this time of year, this is autumn, there's still some water birds out in here like mergansers and divers. And we just thought we'd sit still for a while and see what we can see. I'm currently watching what I think is a merganser, sort of bronze red head, long pointy beak, and goes through the water very fast. I'm not a birder, so I really don't know, but this is nice fun sitting down here on the beach, just seeing what we see. So if the photos are any good, I'll show you them now. So to start with, we stayed near the trees and the vegetation on the edge of the beach so they couldn't see our silhouette. And initially they were some way off, but as I confirmed later, these are red-breasted mergansers, and there were either a pair of them or maybe youngsters. I'm not absolutely sure, but I think it's a pair. They got used to us and even came up on the beach, as you can see. But eventually we crept a little closer and were able to get some half decent shots. This is probably the sharpest of the lot. Camera was all the way out at 350mm, which with this crop sensor is equivalent to over 500mm, thousandths of a second, and even the ISOs wasn't too bad at 320. Nice colourful shot. But boy did they move. I was trying to capture this behaviour as they're flying across the water and then diving under. Unfortunately, I managed to get the splash in focus and not the head of the bird here. And of course it quickly disappeared. But good fun trying to capture these photos. Well, I don't know if any of those photos are going to be any good, but it's nice just being down here on the water's edge, trying my luck at the wildlife. On one of the memory buttons on the camera, I've got a thousandths of a second f6.3 and I think auto ISO set up, so I just flick onto that and off we go, and then make adjustments from there. I came past here yesterday afternoon and saw some divers out here as well, so I'll show you some footage of that as well. So my filming won't be to BBC standard, I'm afraid. I'm not going to win any awards, but I was really pleased to capture this behaviour. The two adults seem to be catching fish and releasing them just in front of the youngster. I guess teaching them all about how to fish. And although they were quite some way off and I have had to crop this, really pleased with what I found. So I did try to capture some images, again all the way out at 350mm, and I have cropped this in as well. Tried to get all three of them in the photograph. As you can see, both the adults have got fish in their mouths. Unfortunately the light wasn't helping me and I didn't have a polariser on, so a bit too much contrast. But they did move a little closer, and as they moved around the light improved. Really like this shot of this adult bird. Some lovely markings down its neck. bright red eye as well. Same settings as the other ones. And I managed a few other shots of the birds moving across the water, not quite as quick as the mergansers, but as you can see, just flapping just to get across the water quickly and catch fish. Although these ones are divers and they did disappear under the water for quite some time, but seemed to be very successful. And from this one you can see they're really designed to be in the water. The bird is almost completely submerged, so they're not very buoyant, and in the choppy water much of the time it was just their heads appearing out of the water. Again, I have used a little bit of sharpening on the head of the bird here, and I have turned the clarity down on the rest of the shot just to draw your eye to the centre. And I took a couple of shots of the youngster. Obviously no colourful plumage or anything, but thought I'd complete the set of photos. And he was happily, or he and she was happily accepting fish from the two adults. It's quite open down here on the water's edge. You can see a bit of wind coming in across the lake, which is making it quite chilly. There's still snow on the tops of some of the mountains here. It's been here all year, and now it's mid-September. The colours are changing and there'll soon be some more snow. Okay, let's make our way along the beach slowly, see if we can see any more wildlife. I don't think I'm going to see much because of the waves on the water here, but it's a lovely walk. If I swing you around it's going to get a bit bright, I'm afraid, but you might just be able to make out the mountains behind and that U-shaped valley of Leporton. And of course Alison enjoying the sun on the beach. Yes, and it was a lovely day, apart from the slightly chilly wind. And I was trying to capture this photo of the beach we were walking along, but you can see the water was so choppy. I think even if I'd have set it up with a tripod and a neutral density filter, I still wouldn't have been able to do much with this shot. And the beach was quite barren, but I quite like this S-curve, and the piece of driftwood adds a little balance to the shot with the mountains in the distance. But as you can see, the light was very harsh. It has really accentuated the blue colours. I've actually toned the colour down a little bit in this shot. And lastly, there was some other birds in amongst all this birch. And here's a great tip, which is really easy to see in your garden if you put a feeder out. But here these are completely wild, and they move very quickly through the undergrowth. As you can see, just managed to capture this, but I've still got lots of branches around it. But do love the colours. Well, we've just found this very nice hut just down by the lake. Some nice seats in the sun and out of the wind, so we're going to sit and warm up for a bit. It's really cold walking along that water's edge. And then we're going to head back to the tourist station. I did see the divers again, but just a fleeting glimpse. But never mind. Gonna sit here and just enjoy the day. Just a short video. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you all again next week. But for now, cheerio.